Hi guys, I'm Alex from Mason Lifestyle. Today's video is a collaboration with T from Crumpets Tea and Sewing. And guys, we all order fabric online, right? Yes, the best analogy I can tell you about ordering fabric online, it is like jumping off a plane or getting married. You don't know if you're screwed unless you do it. I've actually done both and it's working out well. However, ordering fabric online, that's a different story, my friends. And if you are like me and you are perhaps investing in some nicer fabric, you go and you get yourself a trusty Daniel swatch, right? Look at all these swatches. I can probably make a quilt with the amount of swatches that I order. And I have a pretty good amount of those. And if I have really nice fabric, I go ahead and cut it and put it in my little stash of swatches. But a couple of months back, I did a sewing plan and T had really liked the fabric that I was about to use from Mood Fabrics, and it's called Fanciful Fawn. And guys, it's a beautiful color and it really caught my eye because I love wearing teal. So I had gotten a swatch from them. I loved it. I love the feel. I love the drape. And I'm going to say this. I love Mood Fabrics, okay? But like any fabric store or us, sometimes you get for 10, every 10 hits, there's one miss. And this was a miss. Unfortunately, I had told T about this fabric. T, I'm sorry. I had told T about this fabric and T really liked it. And let me show you a picture of T's dress. Doesn't she look beautiful? Guys, if you don't follow T, which I'm sure most of you do, follow T. She does amazing pattern reviews and her fit is also like top notch. I have learned so much from her and also a lot of life lessons as in, why are you buying that pattern when it's cute on the model, but you know it's not good for your body type? Yep, she's the one that opens the can of reality for me, and every now and then I kind of need that. But coming back to our video, so T had ordered the fabric and I had gotten 2.5 yards to make a Maeve skirt from True Bias, and I'll put a picture up. And I showed this to you. I made it over the summer. I actually wear it quite a bit. But when I got my fabric from Mood and I compared it to my swatch, and I think I have a picture of this, it was like a shade off. And I will say this, I'm pretty good about picking up that stuff because had I gotten the swatch in the color of the 2.5 yards that I had purchased from Mood, I would have not gotten this fabric. But like I said, I have a pretty trained eye from my days working in floral and event planning, and I kind of picked it up right away. And I think I took a picture and I had sent it to someone else, and I think I had also sent it to T, so I'm going to try to find this picture and put it up. And you may say, it's the same thing. It looks like the same thing, but it's not the same thing. So one of the fabrics, the shade is a little bit darker. No big deal, right? No big deal. Okay, I emailed Mood. They were kind enough to reply to me and they said yes. Unfortunately, every now and then this happens. We have different bolts of the fabric and you may get a shade off. Fine, right? I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. They are a business. They're in the business of selling fabric, and I didn't have 1 yard of the little swatch. I have 2.5 of the other fabric. It's okay, right? I made myself my fabric. I mean, it's not bad. It drapes. It looks great when I put it on, but it's a little bit of your expectations of when you are buying fabric, and also when you get it, especially if you've gotten a swatch. So it's kind of like you just, it's a little bit of a toss-up. And I'm going to say this, I can tell you like 5 more stories about ordering fabric online fails, okay? I have another one where The fabric that I had ordered was like a beautiful, like lilac, dusty lilac color. And what I got was like a brown. I had to go to town with a bottle of right dye. I mean, I think I'll put pictures up so you guys can see it, right? Again, I had to fix that. Was it my first time ordering from these people? No. Will it be my last time ordering from these people? Yes. Suffice to say, I still love Mood. This other place, I'm not even gonna name them. I can just name that video Sad Beige Fabrics. But we're gonna stick with this for now. I know that T had a couple of more comments to say about this fabric. I have to say that I knew I was going to use 2.5 yards of this fabric to make the maid skirt because I've made it before and I had some extra fabric left, so I was fine with that. But when I was actually laying my pattern in the fabric, I could not figure out for the life of me why didn't it fit when I had made this skirt 2 other times before. So I had to order another yard of this fabric, and T actually explained to me, I tell ya, T's awesome. She had to explain to me that the salvage for this fabric, guys, the salvage for this fabric is about 3 inches wide, okay? And it says really big Mood Fabrics. So you lose what, 2.5 inches of fabric? Yep, that much. And that makes a big difference when you are laying out your pattern. So much so that I had to make a bunch of corrections to the pattern to be able to use even that extra yard that I had ordered from Mood. I know that I let my skirt hang for a couple of days, right? Because it's a viscose. It didn't hang. It didn't, like, my hem didn't drop anymore. T mentioned that hers did, and that hers frayed quite a bit. I'm not going to talk about the fraying thing because I gathered my skirt, so you guys can't imagine what how fun that was on my end. But you know, suffice to say that even if you order a swatch, even if you love the fabric, sometimes not everything works out, 100%. Or maybe in my case, it does work out, right? I do have a garment that I love and that I wear, but sometimes you are going to struggle with that fabric no matter what you do. So guys, tell me in the comments below if you have had any issues with fabric that you had ordered online. It could be something to the extent of, I thought it was one thing and I got another. Or in my case, almost this weekend, I kind of almost ordered wallpaper versus fabric. Thank God I took an extra 5 minutes and really read the description. I'm like, oh, that fabric's beautiful. But I'm like, it's actually wallpaper. So perhaps I need to kind of slow down and really read what I'm ordering. And if I have any questions, perhaps send an email out to the supplier and really ask before I hit send. Because as you know, ordering fabric online, sometimes you can't return it. So that's the lesson for today. Ask questions, check, and read the comments and, for reviews, because some websites let you do reviews. And remember, be candid. I did put in a review for this fabric, and I'll put a link to this below, and I'll also put a link to T's video, which I know she'll do a much better job because she looks beautiful in that dress. But tell me in the comments below, have you had any issues where you ordered fabric online and it didn't go quite as planned? Would love to hear it. Would love to hear that I'm not alone. And guys, next week's video is going to be talking about Vogue's new winter release. I was able to take a couple of minutes and pair all those patterns with the designers. So that'll be next week's video. All right, guys, until then, I will see you next week.